Hi there, Carrey Millspaw here, business and lifestyle coach. I have a question for you. What does success look like to you? And I paused for a second there because something just popped up on my screen. But what does success look like for you? What is that image in our head? We all have a different picture, okay? Maybe it's the person to you that has the best ideal relationship. And I want to remind you guys that success, the road to success, is not always so sexy, okay? I'm going to give you a behind the scenes look at what really goes on to the people that in your mind are successful. What's going on behind the scenes? So let's say, for example, you know someone that has this relationship that you just love and you're so impressed and you're like, oh, can I have that? Will that ever happen for me? That healthy bond of two people that love and adore each other and support one another. What you don't see behind the scenes is how many first and second and third dates that person or both of them had to do just to meet each other. You don't know what kind of inner work those people had to do to connect and magnetize themselves to the right person. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes. You don't know how many heartbreaks they went through, divorces, self-love challenges, rejection. You didn't see them crying their eyes out every night, wondering if, the prince they're looking for is ever going to show up, So before you jump in and go, oh, it's never going to happen for me, you didn't see what happened behind the scenes. So be in mind of that. It's always a work in progress. And yes, that road to success is not always sexy. What about that athlete you love? Maybe it's a quarterback. Maybe it's somebody that's an Olympian. And in your mind, you're like, oh, they're so awesome. Look what they do. They win the gold every time. Or that quarterback's just amazing. He's wanted by so many other NFL players or NFL teams. And the part of you is like, I want to be like that. Or I wish I would have stuck it out in high school. What you don't see is, that particular athlete getting up at 3, 4 a.m., running, doing all of their workouts, working with a trainer, eating properly, getting rid of a social life and not having one at all because they're training day and night to be this triathlete or this quarterback or Olympian or whatever it is that it looks like. You're not seeing the behind the scenes, the sweat, blood, and tears that happens to success. What about an actor that you love? And I'm guilty of this. When I was little, I wanted to be an actress. And I did act on stage quite a bit of times. But I had this Hollywood image in my head. I'm going to be on stage. I'm going to act it out. I'm going to be this movie star. I was a little girl watching soap operas with my grandma, So you're like, they're so pretty. I just want to be like that. And then we see behind the scenes what's really going on. How many auditions they went to and got rejected, never got any callbacks. How much acting they did. How much stuff they did for free to get the experience, how many non-for-profit plays they've done. I've done that, so I know the direction goes to get there, to get that experience on your resume, and look like an experienced actor. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes or how many no's they heard before they finally got a yes or a callback. Those actors and actresses are busting their ass to get out there in the spotlight. You think of somebody that I adore, Jim Carrey, for example. We all love him, right? What did he do? He just kept going and going and going to be this mega superstar that he is today. We don't see their start. We don't see them agonizing. Is this smart? Should I just play safe and go get a job or do, like his dad did, just become an accountant and just kind of try the risk-free route? Or do I really shoot for the stars? And he shot for the stars and he reached them. We all can admit that he's a star, okay? What about your famous singers? People that just blows your mind because their voice is just out of this world. And everyone's buying up their latest single and they're getting all these downloads on iTunes and they're on TV and they're getting awards, and it's just like, wow, I would love that. Why didn't I pursue that? You didn't see behind the scenes them taking voice lessons, trying to get their voice out there, the countless YouTube videos or whatever it was, the platforms that they were doing, trying to get in front of the right people, trying to, just get exposure, maybe taking up a band that plays every weekend and getting the singing out there. Here in Vegas, that's a big thing. They just want to get noticed and they just don't give up on that dream. It's not sexy, guys. The road to success is never sexy. It's sexy when we get there, when you're on that platform, when you're accepting your award on stage. It looks pretty sexy in that pretty gown, but behind the scenes, it's never sexy, okay? What about that best-selling author? Or someone you see that's getting, interviewed on The Ellen Show or somewhere really big. You're like, wow, that's so glamorous. You didn't see them behind the scenes staying up till 5 a.m. every night writing the book, or the turmoil that went through them to share maybe their story, or the demons they had to fight to shine the light, the self-doubt, the garbage that shows up, a family that doesn't believe in them, a family that wants to disown them for telling their story, a family that's maybe picking them apart, and relatives saying, you don't need to put that out there, don't air our dirty laundry. You don't know what that person's had to fight off, what dragons they've had to slay to get to that platform. Again, that road to success is not very sexy. When you're up at night crying and curled up in a corner going, what the hell am I doing? Questioning everything. Nothing about that sexy, guys. So I want you to take a look too. And if there's an entrepreneur or someone that's super successful out there, I love the Shark Tank, and I think of that all the time. When I think of entrepreneur, I think of my peeps on the Shark Tank. Yes, they're my peeps. They inspire me. I don't want to be on Shark Tank. I want to be a shark. That's super exciting. I love business. I love inspiration. I love the opportunity that we get to put out there. And if you read and look at each story of those entrepreneurs, there's on average, I think, 5 or 6 sharks that are on that panel. They all went through the defeat or losing everything and having to rebuild, starting over, picking the wrong thing, selling something at the wrong price, taking all their savings and hoping for the best and dumping it into a process. We just see the ending. We just see the shiny, pretty, happy ending. We don't see the road to success and all the effort it took to get there. So I just want to remind you, when you're going after your dreams, no, success isn't all that sexy. And overall, it's going to get better. Just bear with it. See yourself on stage getting that Grammy. See yourself winning the gold. See yourself on stage with someone like Ellen holding your book as a best-selling author. See yourself winning as an entrepreneur. See yourself as a shark. See yourself in the relationship of your dreams, whatever that looks like. I just wanted to share this beautiful message that just came to me right now, and I just have to download this stuff to you guys as quickly as possible as it's coming through. My phone is blowing up. Big hugs, big love to you guys, and have a fabulous rest of the month.